part of what he said in his more recent response. He was saying like, oh, Tommy was telling me, he was like, oh, Tommy was asking me like, whoa, who should we bring? He goes, oh, I want to bring Faith because we've been hooking up for like last week.
Originally, the girl in the hot tub was supposed to be Tana, but she wasn't available, so I asked Faith because it would be comfortable considering we've been hooking up for the past week.
Like, that's what he said on TikTok. I'm not saying it's true.
And it's just like, what? I don't even know what his whole argument was even trying to portray there, because basically the whole reason why it was brought to the internet first, like, everybody thinks that I started it because I first posted something, right? But that's not true, because they started it by, first of all, what went down, but also the fact that they were on live stream talking about me without my permission after I left. Like, that's literally like 80% of the live stream, they were still just bringing me up. And then at the end, like, the fact that Bryce said that I sent him a paragraph and that he literally mouthed the words, I want to F you so bad, saying that I said that to him. And that's just like messed up, you know, like that was being live streamed to a whole bunch of people. So the fact that
that wasn't true at all. Like,
he admitted to it in his last video too, that he never sent, I never sent that.
The paragraph that I got during the stream was completely false. I actually did say that it was a fake text. She didn't even text me after the stream. She just unfollowed me on all platforms and then made the TikTok video. The only factual thing that she said in that entire TikTok was that she did text my videographer asking to change his thumbnail, and I basically said, fuck off.
So
that is a little, that's weird that Bryce would do that during the stream.
And he tried saying in his response video, oh, well, it was a joke, you know, everybody knew that. Nobody knew that. They didn't discuss that was never sent. Like, they just continued on the live stream, and that's why I was like, this isn't okay. So I unfollowed him after that, and then you could literally see in the live stream where the girl that they brought on after pointed out, like, she unfollowed you, and then he was being all immature talking about it on there. And from there, I was literally just like, okay, whatever. I went to bed, I woke up, and I texted J-Rod, his videographer, and I was like, hey, just like take me out of the thumbnail, take me out of
in his
anything.
YouTube video?
Yeah, I was like, just take me out of anything that has to do with him, and we're good. And he was like, yeah, no problem. And then he texted and he said that Bryce said no. And I was like, what? So I called him, explained to him basically everything that happened. And I was like, listen, if Bryce isn't going to take me out of this, then I'm going to bring it to the internet and tell people what he said to me, you know? So he refused, and he admitted to refusing, and that's how that started, basically.
Didn't you went to like the hot tub stream, like the like beef, like you were wearing like a cowboy hat and like a
exactly.
You were trying to like make it fun and stuff. Like when did it turn to being like sexual and not like
right.
what you
also describe the process leading up to you leaving, like, because I don't think most people really know what happened.
And and right before you said that too, I mean, the hot tub stream, it's kind of weird because, like, don't you guys kind of agree it kind of provides some sort of sexual connotation to?
That's why people started first watching it.
You
It was
know what
hot
I mean? Like,
Twitch streamers who would do hot tub streams.
That's why they're so hot right now. It's just that boy girl shit. It's
Which
like,
I will explain, because like some people were also saying, well, you should have known what you were walking into. So basically, after we filmed for Bryce's YouTube, which, by the way, I didn't even know that we were filming for Bryce's YouTube video the day before. I thought we were doing the stream that day or whatever. Turns out we were doing his YouTube video, all that. But anyways, moving forward, what was the question you were asking? How did it lead up?
Yeah, lead up to you leaving. Like, what was that entire story?
So basically, moving on, everything was like fine. The day that we filmed for YouTube, you know, it was a little awkward, but I thought it was done and over with. And then we get into the next day, and basically right before we were about to stream, literally like 5 seconds before, Tommy was like, okay, just make sure that you end it off with a bang. You know, what is your guys' plan?
Before the stream starts.
Yeah, before the stream starts. And Bryce was like, well, maybe if Faith wasn't a pussy. And that's why I was like triggered. I was like, where did this attitude come from? Because I was like, the day before, you know, it seemed like we kind of sorted it out. It was done and over with. So anyways, I was like, why would you call me that? You know, it's up to me if...
Was this after the idea was pitched of kissing at the end?
After the idea was pitched...
Did you guys like talk? Like, was there like a conversation that went on to where you guys were like, "Oh, we're gonna kiss at the end," and then you were like, "No, I don't want to do that." And then he said Faith wasn't being a pussy.
That conversation was all the day prior.
Okay.
It was literally just Tommy saying, "What's your guys' idea?" And then he
What's
just
the viral
made
moment?
a shit remark basically for no reason.
And then 5 seconds
And then the whole clout thing, basically, I was like, why would you say that? And he's like, well, anybody that does it gets clout. And I was like, not whenever it's diluted by 6 other girls. And he made a whole thing of like, oh, well, there's actually 16 other girls or whatever, talking about his YouTube thing. And that's whenever I was like, okay, well, I don't need that. I'm already successful. And he's like, no, I mean actually successful. So he also put down my career, telling me that I'm not successful. Like, I know that maybe I'm just on TikTok or whatever right now, but you know, I'm working up to doing more stuff. I wanted to start my stream, my Twitch streaming and all of that, you know, that's my personal business. And like, who is he to tell me if I'm successful or not? So
we've
anyways.
followed you. We've known you for a long time. We've seen you on TikTok for a long time. You're right now like at the performing like the best you've ever fucking done. Your numbers are crazy.
That's what I'm
good.
saying. I feel like I've been
7
doing
million,
fine.
all that crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
so that's whenever I was
even
like,
before all this stuff too.
Yeah.
And
that's whenever I was like,
so all that stuff was said on stream, like that entire.
No, that's the problem. So Bryce tried putting in his thing the video clip from the YouTube video. Like that was the night before. That wasn't even the night of the stream. Nothing was filmed because they didn't press live.
So wait, because I'm thinking stream, YouTube video, like all this stuff. I'm trying to clear up. So there's
Bryce is filming a YouTube video while
YouTube video was the day before.
So was there any video of your guys' conversation of Bryce saying if Faith wasn't being a pussy, everybody gets caught from it?
No, that's why I was upset with Tommy for not just coming forward and saying what he heard.
Clearly, I'm gonna be taking a fucking break from the internet for a bit, but fuck you, Tommy, for not just fucking coming forward and saying what you saw and letting Bryce win.
Because it's like, that could clear up everything.
Okay.
You know?
That's when you said "fuck you, Tommy" in that TikTok. It was because Tommy wasn't coming out and taking a side. He wanted to stay neutral the entire time.
Yep.
Wow.
But was it really being neutral though? I won't get into it because, you know, I understand I wouldn't want to obviously be involved if I didn't have to. It was just more of like you should have stood up for me thing, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Well, you're gonna say because like so then stream happens, and so
I'm not there. I basically I was over it at that point. I was like, look, I'm leaving. Like, there's no reason to be disrespectful. And as I was getting ready to walk out, like, I didn't mention this and all this stuff, but he was just like calling me, oh, you're such an awkward person. You made this weird and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, how did I do anything in this situation? So yeah, basically I left.
So you left before the streaming started?
Yeah. And then they started it after and they talked about me. Like, they could have easily just said, hey, Faith couldn't make it, something went down, so we're bringing on another guest, and just went on with that, you know?